touching on something that we talked about there, or more specifically, you mentioned, people being afraid of others succeeding, you know, and not being a part of that. That's talking about how everybody else feels. But sometimes I feel like in today's society, the person themselves are afraid to succeed. Like, I feel like in today's society, the act of trying is looked down on. It's almost as if, I mean, this is the way I've thought about it. I don't know what you think. It's like you have a spectrum of not trying and full trying. Obviously, if you don't try, most people won't care. Most people might not even like you, but that doesn't matter. You have a middle section, which is like, if you try so much, okay, people respect you. People are like, oh, okay, it's cool that he has this idea. He's sort of trying. Maybe it's in your work or independent projects, whatever. If you keep it within that zone, you're good. You know, okay, he's trying, but he said he might not succeed. Like, oh, I'm going to try to do the podcast, but I don't know if it'll work. People love that because it's like, oh, he's trying. That's great. We all feel happy. But he even said there by himself, like, he doesn't know if he'll succeed. But it seems like if we truly try, if we go past that limit and we say, I'm going to try it and I'm going to do it, it's like people are like, okay, wait, I don't know if I'm for this anymore. Because what if he does succeed? I've had those thoughts too, you know? Like, okay, what if this person says what they're going to do and they actually succeed and I don't, you know, it's just normal. Like, okay, yeah, I support them, but it makes me feel insecure. So resuming all that and putting the question to you, why do you think society as a whole looks down on trying genuinely?
I think there's sort of two aspects that I want to touch on. I think one sense is people don't like when people are overly confident and arrogant. I think there's a certain level of arrogance that is annoying. You know, when people say, well, I'm the best at this, but they're not really the best. We find it distasteful, which is understandable. But there's another sense, which is true unbridled confidence. That's not arrogance. That's to say, I'm going to do this thing, and that's it. That I've decided that I'm going to do it, and that's that. That scares people because that sheds a light on what it is that they're doing. If that's possible, then why haven't they achieved what they want to achieve? Why are they where they are now? And I think you even find that in personal relationships, when you have a sense of security in yourself and you feel confident in yourself and you don't allow other people's opinions or ideas to change that, it can sort of not scare people, but it can intimidate them because they're not used to someone seeing someone that, regardless of circumstances, is confident in themselves and what they're capable of. And I think that sort of ties back to what you're saying about success, where, for example, with you and your podcast, if you go up to someone and say, hey, I'm starting this podcast and I'm going to be successful, and you're sincere about that, that's sort of intimidating because on one hand, they might say, okay, well, maybe you won't be successful. Like, have you thought about that? And of course you've thought about it. You know, that's how it works when you're starting something. Like, everyone's not born to say, like, I'm the best at everything, unless you're maybe Ronaldo or something like that. But it's something that you've worked on. And I think people deep down realize that that's something that you've worked on in order to be able to say something like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to be successful. And that shows that they could do it, you know? And if they could do it, why aren't they doing it? And I think that happens to me often, is when I see like Olympic athletes or something like that. This comes back to a Stoic philosophy and a Stoic principle that if someone out there is doing it, you could be doing it. No human is we're all human. We're all capable of fantastic and amazing things. And when you see someone who's so confident and so purposeful and intentional about what they're doing, it can make you feel insecure. This has happened to me thousands of times. And I'm sure it happens to everyone else, where it's like, damn, I should be doing something like that. But a lot of people feel scared because they don't know what it is they should be doing. They don't have that outlet or whatever to figure out what it is that they should be doing.